Hey again, you guys. I wanted to give you one more quick update. I am going to be reposting, sharing a lot of videos and posts about pregnancy in 40s and 50s. Not like your age, not the years. I don't know why it sounded weird. But I say a lot because now that, I saved a couple, the algorithm gives me like a million. But each time these come across my feed, it still stands out to me as noteworthy and newsworthy. And the reason why I'm going to be sharing this is because one of the top questions that I get asked from twin flame clients is about being able to have kids with their twin flame and being older, because so many people on the twin flame journey are older and have a long wait because it's a years long journey. So that's like one of the top questions I get asked. I can't remember the exact way that Spirit said it, and it was in different, it's come through in different conversations too. But basically, from what Spirit has told me over time, like, we are fertile for longer than what we realize, and staying fertile than what like it used to be, also because remember, we're going through ascension, so our bodies are upgrading and changing. So maybe like decades ago, fertility was changing at a younger age. But now, because of ascension, aging is slowing down and fertility is lasting longer, particularly for those souls who are ascending and are meant to be, initiators for the new earth. So, Spirit has already told me, like, we don't need to worry about, fertility, for one, like, which lasts longer than we realize. And two, if a soul is meant to come through us, if we're supposed to have a baby, that baby's coming. So I don't know how it works when you do the reposts, like if you guys get like spammed in your feed with reposts as opposed to original posts. But just so you know, when you start seeing me repost, I wanted to tell you before I started doing it. So you're like, what the heck? There's like a million of these. That's why I'm resharing them, because I wanted to share hope and motivation and encouragement for so many divine feminines who are asking me all the time, like, I want to have kids. I want to have kids with my twin flame. You know, is that going to be able to happen if we're not going to be together until, you know, later on in my 40s or 50s or whatever? Like, it is possible. And actually, one more story. I was at my gynecologist, and they even told me a story about a woman. I wish I could remember her exact age. I want to say she was in her 50s, who had naturally conceived because she and her husband didn't realize it was still possible, and they had an accident. So I thought that was hilarious. Wait until you see this one woman, though. She's in her 50s. I can't remember how many kids she has, but one of her kids, at least, she had while in her 50s, and she looks amazing. Like, you would have absolutely no idea that she's in her 50s. And, you know, she takes really good care of herself. And actually, I will say the one thing that you can control is taking good care of yourself, taking good care of your body, so to keep your body ready. And I have absolutely no idea about, like, some of them endorse products as well that help with fertility. I have no idea about them, but some of that I have looked at and thought maybe that's worth looking into, you know, for any woman who is trying to make sure that their fertility is in its best health, so to speak. So you might want to look at those. But in any case, you got to check out their stories, because they're very inspiring and very reassuring for